Hello! In this video I'm going to show you how I painted this cat in pastels. I already drew the cat in white pastel pencil, and after putting the background in I move on to the eye. I'm using Stabilo Carbothello pastel pencils, and you can see here I was using little makeup sponges that really are good for blending. I'm layering up the colours in the eye. This cat has blue eyes and there are lots of different shades and hues within the iris. So I'm using blues, greens, darker blues, blacks, and also I'm putting the very dark fur around the eye to really give me that focal point. I've blocked in the darker shades of his face. This is an underlayer, so I will be able to put the finer detail on top, blending all the time and making little marks with my pencils to make sure that I'm getting all those tiny little hairs in place. I use the pastel chalks as well. I use a mix of both pencils and chalks. I find the colours in the chalks are really great as well, and they're really good for blending. I also use a piece of tracing paper so that I don't smudge the background that I've already done. The fur on the cat's face is very short little hairs. Animals have different lengths of fur. Usually on the body you'll find it's longer, especially around the chest. And in this case, this is a snowshoe cat, so he's very like a Siamese, and he has very short velvety fur on his face. So I'm doing small little strokes, and I'm making sure that I follow the direction of where the fur is going. Around his cheeks, it's really going out to the left towards his ear, and it's very close around his muzzle, very short hairs there. Although he has white fur around his muzzle and under his neck, it is actually in shadow. So I'm using blue and grey, so putting in a darker layer before I can go in with the highlights. There are some beautiful areas on his face where the sun is catching it, around his profile, on his nose, and where his cheek protrudes. I can really highlight those areas. I'm putting in his little smudgy pink nose, giving that some blending, just pressing lightly with my pencil. And here he is, we've got a little visitor. I'm using my blender to really soften this area of fur around his neck and back. I'm using my cream pastel now to put little glints of light on the fur on top of his head where the sun's catching it, and blending with the little hairs, especially the ones that actually go into the white area. Tiny little marks, just making sure that all those little hairs are in. All the light is catching the side of his body, So I'm making sure I highlight these areas so that they're there before I can carry on with shading. This is Clairefontaine pastel matte paper. I find this paper the best really. It's quite grainy and you can get some really good colour saturation. I'm using a peachy colour. This is to blend that light into the darker area. I love the effect pastels give when it comes to fur. The underlayer that I'm putting in now, I'm blending it a lot with my finger because I want that really smooth. When I go to do a top layer of fur, I won't need to blend it that much and I can get little hair strokes. Look like real fur. I've spent a lot of time blending around the back of his ear. Fur is so soft here and it's a little bit longer, a bit more tufty, but it's like velvet and I really wanted to give that very soft effect. You can see here where I'm building up these soft areas of fur. This is the fur where it's the softest and I want it to look really realistic. It takes a lot of layers and blending to get the desired effect, especially where the fur is really dense. I'm using different shades of brown, creams and tans and oranges really as well, just depending on where the light is and where the shadows are. The good thing about pastels is you can rectify any mistakes you might make. I had a splodge on the paper. I just went over it with a white chalk. I'm building up the colour and the shading on the chest and getting all that dark shadow in. I'm using brown to really make that darker. I'm putting these tiny white eyelashes in, and each time I do a stroke, I'm cleaning the tip of my pencil on my sponge so that I really get those bright and white. The same process here with the whiskers and all the little bits of white fur. And on the body, doing strokes of white fur. Some of the fur is longer, some is shorter, and I'm really getting that in now on top of that dark that I did earlier. Thank you for watching my video with a special guest appearance from Zorro himself. I hope you enjoyed it and learnt some tips along the way. I will be posting more soon. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.